This is going to be a quick general read for the collective. Just some messages that I got, some channel messages that I'm just going to share with you guys and keep it moving. Alright, so first and foremost, I got Not Today, Satan. So this is talking about distractions. A lot of distractions coming at you, or trying to taunt you or tempt you at this time. So basically, us being tested on our ability to focus on what really matters, to not be drawn out or just easily distracted. So this is talking about our ability to compassionately detach being tested. So it says absolutely no internalization. So there should be absolutely no more internalization concerning this, or just people's projections, right? Or what people mirror to us, what they mirror back to us. So we're supposed to be dumb this energy, or basically we understand this energy, moving out of it. It should not have as much impact or influence as it used to have on us, or power control, right? So no longer being puppeted by literal distractions that are literally there to distract you, or people's desperate attempts to harvest energy, right, by any means necessary, even if it means completely making an ass of themselves, willing to cause other people discomfort just to get that attention and some sort of validation just from your response, right, and your attention, you holding your attention on them, right? So that's what I'm getting messages about. What else? Also about you cannot reason with insanity. So really nailing this in our our heads, our minds here, to not try to reason with insanity when it's very clear, or it's made obvious that a person is stuck in some type of cycle, some type of mental, psychological, spiritual cycle here, or they're hell-bent on whatever belief or whatever idea that they've conceptualized, right? So this is talking about those who are divine, those who have vibrational understanding, not to allow ourselves to get pulled into these black holes of people's energies. Black holes such as like voids, people's voids within themselves. These are also manifestations of black holes, right? So not being pulled into people's dysfunctional weather conditions within their spirit, right? So these storms here, so it's kind of like still in a way kind of like it's still thunderstorm messages. But so also I was getting something about, these are individuals who rejected the invitation from the Most High. They rejected and denied the invitation, to move into righteousness, to move out of confusion, to move out of the unnatural and into the natural, the supernatural, or to be more aligned and form an alliance, right? A personal relationship with God, with the Most High, with the spirit realm, right? So these are talking about individuals who, when given the opportunity, countless opportunities, how they rejected the Most High, right? And this is talking about being put into situations or certain conditions where they're going to need support or help desperately, like for to get out of whatever situation that they're in, right? And the only person that can help them is the person whose invitation they rejected. So this is talking about individuals who are so quick to accept any other invitation going somewhere else, or when it comes to partying, when it comes to fucking somebody, when it comes to drinking, getting high, whatever the case may be, like doing some demon shit, like demon seed shit. When it comes to these kind of invitations, these people don't hesitate to accept those. They don't hesitate. So this is talking about being put in position that you put yourself in, right? So having these seeds manifest, right, and being put in positions or certain conditions and circumstances in your life right now based on the invitations that you accepted or the people that you formed alliances with. Also, being put in these situations and needing support and help, like I've already said. And it's like the Most High is basically saying, no, these people whose, alliances, whose friendships, whose covens, whose groups, right, whose promises and organizations whom you so eagerly accepted this, invitation. You so eagerly signed your name to these satanic contracts. No, Let these individuals help you. Let these individuals come and rescue you. Why can't these individuals come and save you or pull you or deliver you from your situation? So this is talking about being wise about the company that we keep, about the friends that we form alliances with and bonds with, right? The people we have around us, the people we involve ourselves with or plant seeds with, or allowed to plant seeds into us. So that's what I was getting. The cards that had came out to clarify that was Pluto. So Pluto talks about rebirth, right? All right, let's see. Because I'm thinking about Chiron too. I was channeling Chiron and Pluto. But Chiron, I know Chiron is like the wounded healer, I believe. Let me see. But I do want to clarify Pluto. That was the first thing that came out. Pluto represents Scorpio. So this is talking about underneath the surface. You know, at the end of the day, what's the deep shit that really matters here? What really matters? Why we're here? How we conduct ourselves? How life is, you know, supposed to be designed to live, you know, in a spiritual way? How are we truly supposed to conduct ourselves as spiritual beings having a natural experience? What is the deep knowledge and understanding of these things, right? So that's what I'm getting to with this Pluto energy right now. I was also channeling Sagittarius energy. So that's Jupiter. That's the energy of luck and expansion. But I'm channeling something about Sagittarius placements as well. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that momentarily. So I'm going to have to plug my laptop up too. So distractions. Like, for example, let's say, you know, it's really some good, juicy, you know, divine collective counsel going on, and then you have somebody in the chat who is a literal demon sent here to cause distractions or to try to harvest off the energy of the divine people who are in the chat, right? Or who are truly there, you know, for educational purpose or to commune, you know, with their fellow tribe. Right? So when you have an individual like that, this is talking about these people intentionally infiltrating spaces where divine people are communing, you know, are having or sharing or exchanging sound counsel, and intentionally trying to harvest off the energy by pulling our attention away from each other or from the topic, you know, whatever the spirit is teaching us at this time, right? Or giving us clarity or confirmation on it, but instead having us, you know, focus or make remarks about them, like, why are you talking, you need to stop, you know, wanting us to just spend time and energy on them when they're already adults, and I'm pretty sure they know how to fucking behave and how not to do what the fuck that they're doing, right? So this is talking about no longer wasting or dispersing energy unnecessarily in those type of, you know, situations here, or interactions and encounters, especially when it's adults, and you know, people know better, but they choose, you know, they choose bullshit. They think the bullshit is cute and cool, and they think it makes them eclectic or eccentric or original or powerful, right? This false sense of power, right? So it says Pluto symbolizes regeneration, transformation, and rebirth, even if it does not look like things get done with Pluto. A new approach and a new perspective is what the planet Pluto is all about. It helps an individual look at things differently, transform or evolve their views, and emerge with new outlooks. So this is talking about these individuals encountering people like us, for example, or having, you know, encounters to help, you know, just dissuade them away from things that are ultimately destructive from them. So I remember watching, I came across a video was bullying her, or how she's received the most bullying from literally just being a representation or a representative of the Most High, of God, a speaker of God, you know, carrying the gospel of peace or whatever the case may be, right? Trying to bring alert and alarm and, you know, warnings to people, you know, awareness to people about what's truly going on around us underneath the veil, right? Spiritually, especially in the entertainment and music industries, which is, you know, infamous for being the most severe and intense, most powerful attention grabber that it has, you know, on our generation at this time, or just, you know, in human nature. So she was saying, she gave this analogy that her father taught them or whatever, about the snake in the grass or whatever, and something about, if I go outside in the backyard and I see that there's a snake in the grass, right? And then I come back in the house, you know, and you're in the house, and you say, well, I'm about to go outside and, you know, get some fresh air, or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna go out in the back, but then I choose not to tell you, hey, it's a snake out there, and I just be like, oh, okay, right? So then you go out there, and then you end up getting bit by the snake. You come back in complaining about it, right? And then you looking at me like, you know, yo, there was a snake back there, da, da, da. And then I say, well, I knew that. I knew there was a snake back there. And they're like, why didn't you tell me? Well, you know, I didn't want to seem like I was forcing information on you, like, because this is how a lot of people say, you know, that people like us are, you know, true divine prophecy, stuff like that. They try to make it seem like we're trying to force what we want or how we want things to be on them and stuff like that. You can have people, you know, viewing you in this light, or, you know, trying to defame you, or like just develop or conjure this type of perception, or this it's like a phlegm or something, like, over your true, like, essence and your true identity here, your individuality, who you really are, right? So basically, she was saying, if I knew that snake was back there and I didn't tell you, and I let you go back there and get bit, would you feel like I care about you? Would you feel like that was me being compassionate? Would you feel like, you know, I actually love and give a damn about you? No, because I certainly wouldn't feel that way if you knew that shit was back there and you didn't tell me, and you let me get harmed, or, you know, put my life in danger. So it's like, if you see people going a certain way that you've already been there, right, from experience, or, you know, you've gotten some type of deeper insight, or these things have been revealed to you because you're of the chosen, right? You're one of the seers. And if you don't tell this person and something happens to them, that can, in a way, you can have blood on your hands, right? That can backfire on you, because you was given that gift and that task, right? Your purpose and your mission of being here to be, you know, a prophetess or a prophet or a speaker, a seer, an oracle, right? Okay. So basically, if I knew that harm way was, you know, that harm or danger was in that path, me telling you, warning you of it, is me, you know, expressing love to you, a divine love, right? Truth, the honest, transparent truth, right? Now, me trying to possess you and force you to abide by the information I gave you, that's not what we're supposed to do. All we're simply tasked with doing is delivering the information. You're held accountable for whatever decision you're going to make. I'm not going to, you know, just dog you out or belittle you or whatever based off the decision you want to make for yourself. That has nothing to do with me. That's none of my business. That's basically the point she was making. But, you know, long story short, that's how it is with us, right? That's how it's supposed to be, right? We're not supposed to be getting over involved, right, in people's emotional turmoils, or getting pulled, like falling into gravitational pulls of people's energetic field into people who have like an emptiness or a void that they're trying to fill with materials and vain, shallow things. So when you see people, you know, who attain glory, or they feel like glory is wrapped up in vanity, those are the people you need to, you know, either stay clear of or just be aware of when it comes to any type of disagreement, any type of debate, or any type of clashing that may occur with your energy and their energy, and making sure you don't get pulled or trapped into, you know, these old cycles, right? Cycles that have nothing to do with you. So this is talking about being met with the opportunity, the option, and the choice to regenerate, right? A new way of thinking, a new perspective, a new approach on things, right? Based off the experience or the information, the wisdom you've cultivated, right? So that you can make a more, you know, scientific or just a better decision moving forward, right? Now that you have more information, you're less naive, you're less gullible, right? The more you know, the better you should be doing. You're held accountable for what you know, right? This is something that they always, that was always like taught to me growing up. You're held accountable for what you know by the Most High. Now, if you don't know, that's a different story. However, you are going to come across that information. People come across this information with certain people, and their issue, what they be stuck on, is what the person look like, what they have, their appearances, their material wealth, and stuff like that, right? Or sometimes people will turn away from information that is actually of use, that is actually, you know, from a divine from a divine source, right? Just because they could be jealous or intimidated by the person that, you know, is the messenger. So sometimes people will miss like that too because of vanity reasons, vainglory reasons. So a new approach and a new perspective is what the planet Pluto is all about. It helps the individual look at things differently, transform or evolve their views, and emerge with new outlooks in life. These people didn't want to have new outlooks in life. They didn't want to emerge. They didn't want to unlearn and relearn. They didn't want to unlearn toxic patterns, toxic ways of doing things that are actually destructive to the body, destructive to the psyche. They didn't want to unlearn or release these things, let these things go, and, you know, evolve, ascend. So this invitation to ascend, right? Invitation to ascend. Look, hearts being weighed by the feather. So this is judgment season. This is happening right now. It says think first before you judge. I didn't even know that was on there. Think first before you judge. All right, so this is giving me confirmation about these groups too. These toxic covens here. Just toxic groups that I was channeling as well. Let's see. Yeah, toxic baby mothers and fathers. Toxic polygamists and polyamorous. Toxic religious groups. Toxic spiritualists and false prophets, toxic tribes, cults, and covens, abusing the sexual energy. Now, what I was going to do for that, I think I'm going to make that a whole nother reading. And I want to split them up and just pull cards for each of those, right? Whichever one is most significant in your life right now, or people that you could be dealing with that's in your energy. All right, so secrets aren't secret, but sacred is sacred. And what's scared are the faithless and soulless. All right. So these hard pills to digest. Truth is hard to digest, but the truth sets you free here. The truth is what's going to, you know, shed or release, you know, cast out this waste from your psyche, from your soul, you know, from your heart, from your mind, your body, right? So this is talking about this wholesome source of information and wisdom to help aid and heal and transform here. The number 6. So the card that came out for the thumbnail was the Trine. That had came out before too. So this is talking about this Trinity, right, with Christ. This oneness, this wholeness with the Most High here. Look, root. How this is what keeps us rooted. This is where we truly should be rooted in here. This is what's going to establish your growth, your stability, your structure, your foundation. You being strong, your foundation being strong and stable. You not being able to be uprooted. You being able to be unmovable, unwavering, and bear fruit here, right? So the roots. What are the messages you have about this? What are the messages you have about this? I kept seeing it was an invitation to ascend out of descension that was rejected. But this invitation, if accepted, is what's literally going to lead to this abundance that's coming in. So there's like a drought happening and abundance happening at the same time. This is why it says the riches or the wealth of the riches will be given to the poor or something like that. It's a lot of scriptures that talk like that. Yeah, something about your mansion, receiving your mansion rightfully. And this ain't just talking about in the heavens. No, you know how people like to say, you know, it's hell on earth and stuff like that. Okay, but it's heavens, it's in heaven on earth as well. And mostly through the people. Not just through the people, but, you know, nature in general. Nature is like, okay. So another thing that I'm channeling right now. Going in these places, cutting down all these trees, building all these buildings. So in like industrialization, something about industrialization, taking away from, you know, the graceful energy of the land or the sacredness of the land and stuff like that. So this is why ultimately people end up leaving large cities, or it ends up caving in on itself, because it's literally like the divinity, the sacredness of the place being choked out and strangled away from it. It's like a wet rag, and you just keep squeezing it until it's completely drained. So that's why a lot of people, whenever, you know, these things cave in on itself and it begins to destroy the pollution, whatever the case may be, the animals begin to die out or become extinct, or whatever. Certain things don't grow anymore, right? It's becoming barren. When those places become barren because of all these, you know, natural things that is uprooted, right? In order for the land to thrive, like trees, we need trees to for good oxygen, for clean air. We need that, right? So when this happens, you'll see, you know, these individuals, you'll see them. This is when you see them try to migrate to places where, you know, it's more, the grounds are more fertile, right? So we got Leo and Shine. So something about this change here though, this change, this swap here. The first shall be last, the last shall be first energy. 36. So we got 12, 5, 38, and 36. And 26. And another 6. So something about definitely authenticity and resources. I knew I was channeling the Chiron energy here. But see, this is also talking about your Kundalini awakenings, these awakenings, these renewals. Because we have more than one renewal process that we undergo as spiritual beings, right? This is why there are many versions of ourselves that we experience and we encounter, right? This is why your baby, or you start off as an infant, a newborn, and then, you know, arm baby, and whatever the case may be, right? This is reflected in our spiritual growth and progression as well. That was another card that came out. Progressions. If you want these progressions that are divine, that are going to be, you know, strong, stable, right? Then you have to accept this invitation to heal, to do that deep healing work. That's hard to digest. It's hard. It's hard. But it's like you can't do a service, or it's like it's not very much you can do or much benefit that you add to another person if you're not doing this service to yourself, right? If you're not doing this service to yourself to heal. Tension, to release tension. Okay, so I got some confirmation about that too. Something about, hold on, I gotta pull all this out. Partnership, passion, fifth house, climate and home, the past, series, nurture and communication, passion. So I'm picking up passion with communication, how we speak to one another, the way that we speak to one another. So being mindful about that here. And this having a lot to do with, you know, the destruction in partnerships here. We don't know how to talk to each other. All this tension. Now, this is not everybody, but this is just a lot of the energy that's heavy right now. These toxic baby mothers, fathers, or just these toxic people who are verbally abusive and manipulative through communication or something like that. But what I was getting about tension, I read somewhere earlier about how tension weakens your teeth, your eyesight, or your vision. It weakens your teeth, your vision, and something else. Now, this is my thing. If nature is our reflection or whatever, and earth represents the body, there's a lot that we need to be learning from the body, or ways that the body itself is a teacher, and, you know, how things going on with the body reflects of what's going on within spiritually, right? So if you're holding on, or you know, there's always a lot of tension between you and your partnerships and stuff like that, whatever the case may be, and you're starting to have problems like in your teeth, or, you know, your vision, or the one other thing it was, you know, this needs to be examined on a deeper scale, like spiritually. So my perception must be impacted as well, right? There's probably some type of impact to my third eye, like my vision, my perception, right? So, because I didn't pick this up like this for no reason. So we got sustainability, but then we have mystery reverse. But what I'm hearing too is, I feel like there's willful ignorance. That's what I'm hearing. So something about these individuals acting out of willful ignorance. At the arrival of these mysteries here, they intentionally chose not to explore rebirths here, or rebirthing of their energy here, meaning they have to shed something that is no longer useful, or is not needed, or it just causes more destruction. So these are individuals who intentionally rejected these invitations to enter into this portal, right? Yeah, people who are weak. These are talking about weak souls, indignant, or something about just very weakened souls here. So that's probably what I was getting about the faithless. About the faithless. So be mindful of this. The people trying to pull you into these confrontations here because of opposition. Clearly opposing forces of divinity and evil, right? Don't get pulled into these confrontations. It's a distraction. It's a distraction and an effort to harvest off your energy because of this desperation. It's a lot that's been exposed now. People's perspectives are changing globally. It is. Is it everyone? Of course not. But the ones that, see, this is the thing. The ones who are, who are, more in alignment with these awakenings, these renewals of perception of, what's going on around us, right? Or just understanding how things work, how things truly are, right? These people, it's like one of those people alone can cause a lot of transformations just from their awareness and their knowingness, who they are. And I'm pretty sure they're, speaking or sharing this information with someone else, right? Or there's this frequency that you emit, that you're emitting just by knowing the truth of certain things, even if you're not saying it, right? But because you know it and you live by it, you live by this truth, right? You've released things that are false and deceptive, right? Fraudulent. So just moving or your identity just becoming more authentic and more transparent and aligned with what love actually is. God, the Most High. God is love. A person who does not give love, a person without love does not have God within them. They do not have the Most High within them. This is not a person who is divine. It's not. Because God is literally love. So if you're promoting or encouraging people not to do this or whatever case be, nobody's saying that you got to be, in a relationship right now. If your part of your journey is for you to, be in hermit mode or just spend more time like deepening your relationship and your connection with yourself and spirit, right? Because that's a necessary part of the journey. As a divine vessel, that is a necessary part of the journey. You're going to have to be single when it comes to human people. There's a time along your path where singleness is necessary for you to just deepen your connection, your personal relationship with the Most High. Period. So there was a lot of people who just wasn't strong enough to just know how to be by themselves. Like, be by themselves, right? Stand on their own sometimes. Stand on their 10 toes when groups of motherfuckers are opposing them or coming at them, heavy, pressuring them, trying to pressure them to harden their heart, pressuring them, to become like them, right? To become dark or whatever the case may be. It takes a strong mind, right? It takes a person who is truly, who truly know that they're not alone in this, right? They know that they're not in any of these battles, any of these confrontations by themselves. They know that, right? So David, I keep channeling David and Goliath. Once again, like I said yesterday, David was a fucking child, okay? David was a teenager when he defeated that fucking giant, which was an adult. He was a fucking teenager. Now you had a whole army or military motherfuckers. Okay, see, they're taking me somewhere else now. Something about the military, performing unnecessary terroristic acts, like literally for nothing, and not just trespassing, human people, human beings' lives or the lives of animals, right? The animal kingdom, the plant kingdom, but literally nature, destroying nature for just willful ass ignorance, just blindly being led by the blind who are just overcome with basically ego tripping and power tripping, right? So this is talking about these people not willing to endure having to be in a weakened state, be like in a weakened phase of their journey, of their lives, because that's a part of your strengthening, right? It's like you can't have one without the other. But this is talking about people who consistently try to escape this rebirth, this renewal, this transformation here. And this can be on all kind of levels. Like, this is talking about, it doesn't matter what economic bracket or like label, a title that these people have in this journey or in this lifetime. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're a celebrity. This is talking about all people, right? It's the same thing. You're held accountable for the same spiritual principles, period. The same spiritual laws, period. Right? So this is also talking about people, you know, just being more devout to things, to appearances, to ideas and images and money and all of this shit more than God, more than the Most High. And then thinking they can just pray their way or affirm their way, magically speak their way out of shit. You know, now they want to adopt shit. The motherfuckers was trying to put them on so that they can, you know, come into this portal or adopt this renewed, you know, mind, this renewed or rejuvenation of sorts, right? So now they're trying to piggyback and try to use these forms of divination and stuff like that after downplaying it like it's not real, you know, like God is not real. Just getting caught up, man. Just getting caught up in hatred. And I just heard bow, B-A-A-L, but something about being led by ministers and prophets of hatred, influencers of hatred, opposed to those that are of love. And this is another thing too, not being able to discern what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like when a person is masquerading themselves as light, but they are truly dark. Tension. And what I'm hearing too, this is saying like having this shit literally in your face. So this is talking about individuals who had this information like very clear for them to see, and they just blindly moving forward, right into towers, right into tower moments, right into collisions, quarrels. And this is also talking about people who live for this shit. Like, there's people who actually live for this shit. You know, it's something disturbing. There's something very disturbing about the whole concept of recording fights or people fighting and shit, and putting that on display, or like that being a source of entertainment for people. So seeing people defile one another and abuse one another, and this being made a source of entertainment. This was something that was popularized too, but this was a part of the agenda against us, right? To create more discord between us, right? Take us out of unity, because then that automatically, you know, affects our strength, like I said yesterday. All right. Clarify not today, Satan. Clarify not today, Satan. We got Leo again. Leo. This is definitely talking about the arts, entertainment industry, the music industry, artists, people who have this kind of influence through like this creative influence here, or people who are very like flashy, like they catch your attention, or just very appealing. Like a lot of people appeal to them because, I don't know, it could be for some people it's using glamour, and you know, I was just using glamour to achieve, but capping, confrontation, opposing healing, opposing this deep cellular healing here. They're not promoting this at all. Yeah, not wanting people to arrive. Not wanting people to arrive to this clarity here, to this vision, seeing through these illusions here, not wanting people to arrive to that. So trying to intentionally create blockages, right? Create blockages through climate abuse, climate pollution, environmental pollution here. Because this is, it says first house, but it has a bull with the earth in between the horns. So keeping people distracted on the body or the planet or the world around us, like when it comes to where we truly receive our healing and restoration from. So I, like somebody was saying, there's people walking around us that don't even think twice about nothing to do with nature. Like, I know, it's becoming more like regular or like, common for people to be talking about, oh, connect to nature, go out in nature, and half of them capitalizing and shit. But I know, it can become like, I guess, like a broken record in a way at this time. So that can cause people to become like kind of desensitized to it, not really believe it, or you hear that, but you don't really take it serious, right? Look, you don't really take it serious that this is really our home. This is really our home. And what's the fourth house? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. That this is really what leads to true abundance. This is really how you manifest abundance here, how we're supposed to anyway, right? So not wanting people to arrive to this because it would impact their abundance or their false sense of abundance here. This is, it's going to impact their ability to eat. Their ability to eat. But this is all being exposed, or just, more exposure, more emphasis on these energies here, identifying and recognizing these energies. So a deep review about a lot of these leaders or influencers here, or these polygamous relationships, polyamorous, like some just more shit done in the dark, behind the scenes coming out. People seeing the truth of things and being forced to review whatever, whatever illusion or whatever, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, it's not addiction, it's basically somebody posing an idea to you or trying to get you to subscribe to some type of idea or way of doing things here. So we got future resources, North Node in the second house, so Taurus energy again. So what I'm getting to, like, people seeing this abundance on you, you having this abundant or prosperous energy, or this coming in, and people intentionally trying to sow holes or trying to like shoot arrows here. So fiery arrows, fiery darts, sending fiery darts at you, attacks to your energy, or trying to draw you out here through some type of insults or some shade or some type of weaponized communication or thoughts. So we got authority, to have authority over you, or because they see you as this authoritative figure here, threatened by your authority. To climb mountains, something about your tenacity. And then we got Saturn in reverse, structure. And the moon card, perception. So basically about how literally your perception affects your structure. What kind of structure that you would have, source. We got Sagittarius energy again, expand. Okay, let me read y'all these messages I got. And it's something about just accepting and releasing the past here. So having trouble digesting things that's gone on in the past, letting it go, releasing, walking away, accepting the changes, these inevitable changes here, resisting, trying to fight against it, and being trampled by it. Some people losing their lives. Because this is really, it's like unnecessary stress that impacts your health here. Look, collaborate. Refusal to collaborate just because things are not exactly how you would want them to be for the other person. You can't control the other person, right? So maybe you wanted a family, or maybe you wanted this person to be the father of your kids, or to raise your kids, this, that, and the third, but that's just not how it's going to go. You're not compatible, or it's not designed to, it's not a divine partnership. It's not a divine partnership. Just because you had a baby with them, just because you managed to sleep with them, just because you managed to glamour them, whatever the case may be, it's not a divine partnership. And it's talking about individuals who refuse to release these things, let these things go, right? It has to be a mutual exchange. You can't force somebody to tolerate you, force somebody to keep dealing with you, to abide or to comply, conform to how you will have things to be, just to, you know, keep your comfort established. So we have strength and mystery came out again, and then alliance. All right. They done sign me out. Why you sign me out? So I was also channeling the number 5757. So let's see what that's about. So this is talking about these people having no trust in the Most High. They don't have any trust. They don't have any trust in the divine spirit, the divine spirit realm. They don't have any trust in themselves, because they're if you don't have this, or you don't believe in love, that means you're you're deficient of God, of the God energy. So it's going to automatically impact your ability to create, or what you do create. The universe is communicating with you to tell you that you are a confident and skilled individual. So this is the energy of 5757. So it's, yeah, significantly directed towards spirituality, kindness, and God. It signifies positive vibrations and spiritual growth. Your spiritual growth will not only benefit you, but also your family and friends. Exactly. I just said that. You will feel that your relationship with people will improve, and you'll be able to express more. Your opponents might try to defame you or put obstacles in your way. Your guardian angels are looking out for you, and you just have to observe and understand all the subtle signs they give you. So this says your twin flame will meet you when you least expect it. You will feel a natural attraction towards them. The attraction you feel will be so strong that it might scare you at first. So somebody needs to hear this. Your twin flame will be exactly like you and share the same interests. They will have similar choices and opinions. This will help you both create a spontaneous bond. So this makes me think about Left Eye and Tupac yesterday, because this is how she described Tupac. They're both are Geminis. She was talking about how everything down to the seasonings, they liked the same stuff, had the same stuff in their fucking cabinet, right? She said it was scary. She even said it was scary, right? Just their similarities. You will feel nervous around your twin flame, as they will be able to see right through you and know exactly how you feel. When you start to feel safe with them, they'll be your best friend and companion. The bond you and the you twin flame share will be strong and unique. Your twin ray will also have a strong connection with you, but unlike your twin flame, this connection won't be instant. Your bond with your twin ray, I've never heard this before, so, will develop and get stronger with time. The more you get to know about them, the more time you will want to spend with them. They will inspire you to be a better person and also help you on your spiritual journey. Put some effort to get to know a person, and you will find your twin ray. They won't necessarily share the same interests as you, but will respect your choices and help you make decisions. So this is talking about adventure and freedom. Taking yourself out on adventures here. You know, exploring the things that pique your interest. We have intellect and management. So you could have, or you could really like science or something about teaching. So you are being led to a career that gives you creative freedom while challenging your knowledge. A career that has discipline but allows you to take independent decisions. So this is talking about possessing wealth but not obsessing over it. And being thoughtful about where you spend your money. So being resourceful. That's what I was getting to. So this energy about knowing how to be resourceful, right? Knowing how to make something out of nothing. Knowing how to multiply things. Multiply what you are given. So it's kind of like the parable of the sower. I think it's that one. I can't remember if it's the parable of the sower or the parable of the talents. When each person was given a certain amount of talents or something like that, and they were told to go and multiply these things, bring back more, you know, for, you know, the master and stuff like that. And those individuals who bury it and hide it away, you know, out of from various reasons, whether that be fear or whatever the case may be. So this is talking about not burying your gifts, not burying your gifts, using your gifts here. So it takes me back to that Ezekiel. The scripture in Ezekiel that was talking about if you're a messenger, you're a prophet or a prophetess, and you're giving a message to deliver to the masses or to the collector or to whomever, I don't care if 2 people listening, you know, and you don't do it, that's basically you having blood on your hands. So we also have the Hierophant. So this is talking about having an elder person or meeting like a teacher here or someone older than you. Or this is also talking about having an elder spirit who gives you advice whenever you're in trouble. Heavy emphasis on trusting your intuition and taking something about spontaneous actions here. It represents balance and thoughtfulness, leadership skills and discipline, self-driven, and maintaining disciplinary behavior. So these are the energies combined in this is the Hierophant and the Chariot. So this is talking about literally being being rooted, like having a rooted spiritual system here or belief. And then we got learn something new. Learn something new. Okay, so another thing about the Chariot, though, with these energies, this is talk about war, arguments or struggles, eventual success, struggles and obstacles that you have to face on your path to success, but all the hard work you do will be a step closer to the future of your dreams. So this has just been coming out a lot lately. Something about shedding the slave mentality, a slave master mentality here. So, yeah, Pluto energy. A rebirth of the divine mind, the divine ascended conscious mind here, oneness, out. So the shedding of this waste. This is waste. This is considered waste in your psyche here. This borrowed or adopted mentality, right? As a result of, you know how children are impressionable? Having something around you so much, so often, so long, right? Literally trying to turn you away from your north node here. Then we got pop up. Trying to pop up unexpectedly, catch you off guard, or shut you down, basically. Shut you down, distract you, throw off your thoughts, throw off your channeling. Let's say you're doing a reading or something like that, you're channeling some shit, and somebody will come in and drop like some fucking disturbing ass or disrespectful ass comment or whatever. So popping up to challenge you, challenge your integrity here, challenge your authenticity. But this is also you being tested. So another thing too about us testing the spirit of people. We got clientele boost. Making sure we're discerning through these individuals and not, you know, following after people who are more concerned about the attention that comes with it, about clout, those who are clout chasing, in it for vain reasons or vainglory. So testing the spirit, you naturally knowing how to test the spirit here, test people's spirit to make sure they are of God. And then it says build momentum. So we got Phoenix. We got Phoenix reverse and Soul Tribe. So this is talking about these toxic, fake ass soul tribes over there that I was channeling as well. Yeah. Toxic tribes. Being lured into toxic tribes so these people can confuse you on your path while you're already on the path you're supposed to be on, but trying to confuse you and trying to blend in illusions here. Look, toxic soul tribe. So some of you guys, you need to evaluate the people that you could be considering tribe or some shit like that. Because this is talking about anything good, you know, these devil energies, demonic energies are going to capitalize off of it. Just like there are satanic covens and groups and, you know, cults and stuff like that. We got obsession because we're always being watched. When you're divine, you're always being watched. Everyone's being watched. Everyone's being watched. Damn, where the hell I just saw that message? Alright. Before my laptop died, I do need to read y'all. I need to read y'all these other notes that I have real quick. So it says how people notice something very unsettling about you, yet never admit it or tell you about it. They instead allow you to carry on and embarrass yourself. So something about these individuals receiving karma or a taste of their own medicine here. Because you know, a lot of people don't understand things, or people will take you for a joke, or you know, like what you're talking about is not as important, or this, that, and the third, until they go through it firsthand, until they experience it firsthand for themselves, right? So this is talking about these individuals, like their turn to experience all these things that they try to defame your character about, or create illusions around who you are, or to debase you or something like that. Look, a true empress, right? And it says, I am running from something. So now these individuals, yeah, these individuals, it's being shown just how much these individuals ran from, you know, their edification, their correction, right? It says, I want you, not her or him. It says, guide and assist the dead in transition, a Nubian. And then we have spiritual interventionalist, ability to intervene on others' behalf. So this is your energy, or this is what you have the ability to do here. So it's almost like how I kind of was channeling Left Eye and Tupac. So something about just receiving a lot of messages from those who are passed on or transition, right? So even though you may not have a lot of human friends, you know, a lot of the times on your divine path, you develop, or you gain a lot of spiritual friends in the spirit realm, and then, you know, that manifests, or that's also reflected in the material realm as well. Because remember, we're spirits first. So there's angels, there's other divine, you know, people walking around amongst us, just like we are. So it says genius, spiritual scientists, and ancestry. But that came out reversed. So something about these mad scientists here, abusing occultic knowledge. Faking like they're a Hebrew Israelite here. So this is some messages for somebody. And then we got brown skin. Insanity. Whoa. And I was channeling about insanity, not arguing with insanity here, or trying to ration with insanity. People who are still, you know, caught in the same cycles, expecting the same shit. I really don't know. But definitely resisting growth here, or doing things differently, thinking differently. Right? These people themselves are traps. So it says fake name and profile, creating fake ass profiles just to watch you and follow up with you. And then it says a purge in the spirit realm, grieving and loss. This came out reversed here. So this is talking about individuals spying on you and finding out, or checking to see if shit's still going bad for you, or if magic and shit is working on you. Checking to see if you're grieving or in loss or some shit like that. This is also talking about these individuals hiding this grieving and loss that they could be going through. Now, this is not saying, you know, everyone who's dealing with a loss is low vibrational or demonic, because they're not. But then we have detective here, so something being investigated. Or individuals who had like, deaths be covered up for them, like in these secret covens and groups and stuff like that, like for sacrifices or for satanic contractual reasons. This is talking about these individuals' immune system being compromised. And then we got jealous of intelligence. And deadbeat. Deadbeat reverse. Downgrade. So this is also talking about these people being exposed, or these toxic mothers, or it doesn't matter if it's a toxic mother, a toxic father, whoever the case may be. This is talking about these individuals being exposed for being jealous of their ex-partners here. Jealous of their exes because of their intelligence here, or how smart they are, or how they can't pull the same, you know, sheet over their eyes, or that type of shit. Right? And so trying to convince people, look, I blame you. Trying to basically projecting their circumstances, right, onto this individual, and trying to convince people that they're a deadbeat or something like that, but exposing themselves. And I just watched a video about that. So this is talking about individuals who've gotten away with shit like this for a long time, not being considerate of the impact that it makes on people who actually are experiencing these things for real. We got transformed. And we got quantum leaping reverse. So this transformation taking place for them, it's not an ascended transformation. It's a descension. This descension that's, you know, inevitable. Not working reverse. Then we got conflict, magic, and intimate relationships. So thinking that just because this may have been hidden for some time or whatever like that, this also means you can avoid the consequences that come with it. And that's absolutely not the case. All right, so testing the spirits. So something about your locks, or something about locks here, are individuals with locks. So there's this whole thing, people think that just because they're natural, they got natural hair, or just because they got locks or something like that, people could be using this characteristic or characteristic trait as like a measurement as to what dictates their divinity or their vibration here. Something about a water sign as well, a toxic water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And then we got Babylon. These people are of Babylonian descent, or these are the agendas that they are subscribed to producing into our reality or storing into other people's lives. We got wearing a mask. Exactly. So hiding behind these things that the spiritual community has dictated, and there's truth to it, right? But people think that just because basically, that's a test within itself, right? When you do come into the spiritual community, right, it's a whole different ball game. That don't mean that you still need to be discerning. That these, you know, it gets more tricky actually. The false prophets, they seem more believable, right? So you have to be able to tell or discern the J. Coles from the NBA Youngboys. And then we got a Black Panther here. So this can even talk about posing like a Black Panther or some shit. I don't know. And then we got new mindset. New mindset. So this can have something to do with the principles and ideas of the Black Panthers or whatever. Yeah, because it says history, pathology. All is not how it seems. Teach. So I'm getting something just about individuals being targeted as well. People trying to cause accident magic on divine beings. It says, to whom much is given, much is required. Whew. So yesterday I was in a situation with something, you know, going on with my car or something like that. Well, let me say this first. Something about some individual getting caught up for a death here, some evidence in a vehicle, and then we got to come back. So this could have been an estranged lover or some obsessed, delusional lover here, wanting to get back with this person or be back in a relationship with this person. Yeah, this person is definitely getting caught up for this death here. And then we got bisexual. So this person could be bisexual, or the lover was bisexual. And then we got astral traveler, visitor of dreams, but that was reversed. Quantum leaping came out again. So eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, all the plans I have for you came out reverse. Eyes haven't seen. So this is talking about eyes. Yes, a witness here. Somebody witnessing this, or a witness stepping forward. We got divine feminine. They came out reverse here. Something about a false divine feminine being having their hands in a death here regarding a car or a body, or I don't know, something like that. And we got warrior reverse. So this person, this could be a water sign. This person could be trying to match themselves as some type of like spiritual warrior here. They could be trying to justify this death, but they actually had their hands in it. It wasn't just, oh, you know, the spirit realm, or, you know, our spirit guides and ancestors, you know, they did some shit, you know, behind the scenes, and it manifested, you know, in the physical. And no, and that's that person's karma. No, it wasn't that. This is somebody who actually put their hands towards causing harm or willing harm towards a person. Look, oh, you fancy, huh? Yeah, somebody who got ahead of themselves. Like, this is a fake ass divine feminine here. Fear-based phobias. Fear-based phobias. This person could promote a lot of this energy here. Sloppy toppy. I like the same sex. I am getting my ass slayed by unseen forces. I just got done saying some shit like that. Alright, this could also be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Something about tantric sex, church in the wild. So this is okay. I don't know if this is something to do with a pastor here, because we got tantric sex reverse, utopia, I fantasize about you, us, church in the wild. So this could talk about a lot of sexual stuff that's actually going on, like in these churches here. Then we got let's get married and forging signatures. So some type of forced marriage, some information or something about forced marriages. Lighten up, have fun, playfulness. This came out reverse. So something about wanting to keep you in energy of worry here, instead of, you know, play, look, dystopia. Keep you in the energy of dysfunction here. It says, remember your dragon spirit animal. Remember your dragon spirit animal. When I first came across that information, it's from this reader that I highly revere. And I remember she did a channeling about us having spiritual dragons, and how your dragon can go and like do things for you, or avenge you, or go and retrieve things back from you in the spirit realm, or you can visualize this happening. Little time traveler, because you're a time traveler. So it says Lilith, sacred dark feminine, on the back here. So you know Lilith is like the dark moon. We got set apart. So this is talking about using your darker energies or something like that for good, or in a benevolent way. Like, so like that benevolent dark, malevolent dark, benevolent light, malevolent light. And why do I say that? Because like I just said earlier, a lot of people still aren't able to discern the difference between people who are genuinely the collective your soul tribe, who are genuinely, um enhancing their lives spiritually, like they're really true and sincere, opposed to those who are simply masquerading themselves as light. They look the part, they talk the part, they know the information, they know, they're very charming with it, right? Because we got truth reversed just now, and then we got dark magic, sorcery. All right, something about an unwanted pregnancy as well. So, something about somebody bisexual who didn't want to have a baby here. This could be this individual. It says, pull back from social media. After he have tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. This is talking about being tested but coming back stronger, right? These are things we already know. It's things we talk about all the time. So I'm about to close this out. I don't want to feel like I'm rehearsing or repeating myself. Clarify. Church in the wild. Lacking self-confidence. Clarify church in the wild. So something about these churches lacking confidence, or these perverse pastors here who was literally only doing this shit to collect this money easily. They looked at it like all you gotta do is act, make a little noise, exaggerate some shit. Something about cut your hair. So something about these people being cut off. Either that or people cutting away from old energies that manipulate their crown or their perception. So cutting that energy off, and this affecting the confidence of churches ability or confidence in thriving. So I'm hearing something about arranged marriages. So we got Atlantis reverse, something about Atlantis, and then we got unexpected financial miracles. So if you are an ascendant, or from Atlantis or something like that, something about an unexpected financial miracle. This person could be faking like they're from the Caribbean, or they're Caribbean or an islander here or some shit like that. So this could be like some fake hair, or I don't know. But what other messages? And this one, exposed. Yeah, so something about these churches or these pastors here, their transgressions being exposed here. We got slippery when wet, involving sexual encounters. So this could definitely be a toxic Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, have something to do with an earth sign, or just finances. Something about their finances being impacted heavily here. And it says, I hate the skin that I'm in. These are people who do not love themselves. They hate themselves. We got miracle baby reverse. So there could have been a child that was conceived out of this, right? Something about a deadly woman, or deadly women here. Deadly women, right? Conceiving these children, or these pregnancy spells, or some fake ass pregnancies here. Something about a replacement or a rebound. Some rebound or replacement here. Fake asshole who's not authentic, inauthentic person here, trying to have a baby from some masculine here, or something about Atlanta. Atlanta's under judgment. Cap City. Greed, lust, vanity. That came out reversed though. Clarify miracle baby. Karmic. And we got dead people reverse. Something new reverse. Investors. These are people who are having children as an investment. They're not having children because they sincerely want to be parents, or just that want to nurture and love and expand, right? These are people, these are karmic individuals here, masquerading themselves as divine feminists, but they are actually deadly. And look, using these babies, trying to conceive children. So this is something that happens heavily in Atlanta, Georgia. This miracle baby, reverse, obviously it's not a miracle baby. Abusing the reproductive system or their sexuality as an investment, right? So we got a new card here. We started talking about these individuals feeling justified in this as well, because it said I fucked up, reverse, and then we got earthquake, necessary changes, and debts here. So having to pay back these masculines who were unnecessarily placed on child support, or these feminines here who were being taken advantage for their resources, or not just like financial material resources, but it could be their energy in general, their manifestation energy. So their fertility, manifesting off their fertility here to generate income or some shit like that. It says do not bow down to men. Crystal, sage, spiritual tools, and a new home here. So something about using your spiritual tools to manifest this new home, or knowing how to or you just being this kind of individual here. These people, they don't believe in this. These are people who believe in fucking and sucking your way to the top, having to do something strange for a piece of change. Look, past lives. Still living an old energy. Was doing this in their past life, doing it in this life. Playtime. And then we got self-made, reverse. So none of these individuals are self-made, or they're just, they work against this agenda so that, look, two-face. So I'm getting like literally projecting like both images like to their advantage, or according to the audience, or who they're talking to at the time, to get what they need out of the situation, or the results that they want here. This could be an air sign. Definitely something about the communication, the thoughts, the mind, the mental. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And God, this is the one. But what I'm getting for this is like, this is the life where, look, forged documents. But we have, this is the one. This is the one. This is the life where it ain't no coming back to do that shit again. We got superstar. Look, past life royalty. Reversed. Clarify superstar. Saturn in Aquarius right now. So a lot of karma. Look, unexpected changes that came out reverse. These people, something about pheromones. So just returning to natural ways of how we connect with each other. Okay, something about uncles. And then we got trending reverse. Let's see what that's about. Clarify trending reverse. Clarify trending reverse. I guess what there could be saying, like, this could be somebody's uncle that's going to watch this. This could be your uncle. We got something about character, and it came out reverse. Once again, testing the spirits to make sure they are righteous, they are of God, they are of good intent here. Pop up. So these pop-up tests, these pop-up moments of people trying to pop up by glamoring you, beauty spells. Okay, so this could talk about, beauty spells because they're jealous of your character here. Because we got fiery and feisty. So this could just be your essence in general, like in communication, expression, just your ambiance, right? And definitely your appearance here. So this is talking about people attacking your beauty. Somebody attacking your beauty here. Yeah. Now, yeah. So not wanting you to be seen for this healer that you truly are here. Are people trying to drag you or trying to pull you out of character? Somebody that you wouldn't marry. And I just saw something about this dude who murdered this girl in Egypt at their school just because she rejected his proposal. So some of you guys need to know this marriage is not going to occur until you guys move or something like that. Something about travel here. Moving away from a karmic mother. So something about moving away from a karmic mother here. Going on an adventure. And we got Kalima reverse and ancient wisdom. So this could talk about a destructive mother here who is completely void of wisdom. Or they don't have the right wisdom. They don't have the source wisdom. Because we just I just saw Egyptian reverse. Can't reason with insanity. This came out reverse. So this is talking about, this is the energy, people not fully releasing this, moving out of doing this. Yeah, because we got to pull your energy back reverse also. So needing to make sure, heavy emphasis on pulling our energy back from individuals who we can obviously identify are trapped in some type of insanity cycle. All ways of doing things that are no longer beneficial to us. So we got hailstorms and super moon. Something about a super moon. And then we got Master Teacher 33. Right? So relying on this infinite wisdom. Alright, so this is talk about what I was channeling too was about our ability to smell or detect smells on people who have demonic spirits or who are demonic or something like that, or have entities. Look, the truth. Speaking from experience, there's been a few times in my upbringing, well, a couple of times, I had a friend, or I would, be friends with somebody or befriend someone, and they would have a really, really, really strong odor, like whether that was their body odor, their breath, or something like that, but very much something undeniable and something that you cannot ignore. It's impossible to ignore. And I remember, just the pressure and just how challenging it was for me to tell somebody that I truly cared about, that, hey, like, you really have a bad odor. Because this was like, these individuals, they didn't smell it. Like, they couldn't smell themselves, but the odor was just so potent and, just very strong. You would ask yourself, how can you not smell yourself? How can you not smell your own stinking ass? How can you not smell your own stinking ass mouth or your stinking ass breath? How the fuck can you not smell it? And that shit closest to you. If I can smell it from a distance, how the fuck can you not smell that shit? And this is talking about people literally being immune to that. People literally not being able to smell themselves. These demons, this is their norm. This filthy like energy, this funky ass energy, this is their norm. They're immune to it. So they really can't smell it. They really do not smell themselves. But this is talking about you as a seer and an oracle. This is a part of your divination and cleric gifts where you can smell demons. You literally can smell demons and evil and sex demons on people. You can smell this shit. So whenever you pick up these very strong odors, like odors of death or roadkill or eggs, like strong eggs or some shit like that, scrambled eggs. Look, something about French. Something about French. And we got accident reverse. So I don't know if this is talking about the blood of these people or something about the smell of Frenchmen. We got pulled back from social media. So something about the French and Germany. Identity theft. So we kind of going all over the place, ain't we? Identity theft. Pulled back from social media had came out again. Somebody trying to steal your identity here. People in other countries stealing people's identity in America. We got stuck in the past, reverse. So another one that had came out too when I was talking about the odors, being able to smell the people's spiritual condition on them. We got chances reverse. So this is why pheromones came out as well. So people's odor tells a lot about their spiritual condition or who they truly are. in spirit, what you can't see just from the visual, just from your physical eyes, right? So this is, this will help you when it comes to you dispersing chances to people. We got soon, and then we got single till death. So something about these toxic individuals, or a toxic mother, or these people that play over people intentionally, refusing to move on and onward, to learn the lesson, to grow, to heal themselves, to release these insecurities, whatever the case. They got food dehydration is affecting mood. This is reverse though. This is reverse. So you can't even blame it on the food and dehydration. That ain't what it is. And then we got broke as a joke. Broke as a joke. But this is talking about an internal bankrupt, being internally bankrupt, spiritually bankrupt. Reverse psychology, but trying to reverse play mind games and trying to fuck up your mind, or use certain aspects and characteristics about them that a lot of people enable or support or make excuses for, trying to use these things. But we got transform reverse to stop these transformations here. Then we got someone from school. This could be someone you went to school with. We got truth. Truth came out again. And then we got silencer spells. This person is not going to stop anything. They can't silence the truth here. They can't silence the truth any longer here. Disrespect. The disrespect is mad loud. The disrespect is mad loud and is exposed. And half of these individuals are exposing themselves, how disloyal they truly are. Right? So they're just going to make them, it's like they're marking themselves, like, and other people are just not going to want to deal with them or tolerate that shit. They're not going to want to invite that in their lives. Look, conflict, magic, and intimate relationships. This is the kind of person who resorts to this because they don't want to just fucking get over themselves, just go through, that's why we have Virgo Digest come out. They don't want to go through that deep, challenging healing, or that alone phase, having to be by yourself, having to cry on your own, having to, provide your own counsel, sound counsel to yourself, right? Motivate yourself, encourage yourself, like, through situations when there's nobody there to talk to, or they don't know how to communicate, or just delve deeper into source and the Most High or nature in order to get these things instead, right? They feel like it has to be a person, or it has to be the person that I want it to be, right? And no other way is it going to be. Cursed. They're talking about people who are cursed here, or cursed themselves as a result of trying to control or be the master, or dominate somebody else's life and their spirit. And then we got it's too late. Reverse. Excuses. And then we got North Node reverse and money trees. It's too late. It's too late. Reverse. It's too late for these excuses, or it's not too late for the truth. It's not too late, or it is too late. Overthinking. When these individuals had an opportunity, right? They was just overthinking the situation here. I just saw bridges burnt. And instead they overthought the situation. But this was talking about overthinking, like, not in a renewed perspective, right? But in the past, like, still past habits and perceptions and perspectives. So we got embarrassed, humiliated, and shamed. These are people who wanted you to be embarrassed or feel humiliated because you're someone who sows good deeds. Or this could also talk about hiding behind doing good deeds or whatever to mask trying to humiliate or defame you, or just do this to people in general. We got STD results reverse. Someone from childhood. Some bridges you burnt with someone from childhood here. I don't know, like, if this person well, we got teach reverse. If this person was trying to convince people that you had some type of, I don't know, something about STDs or something like that, or something about negative STD results, I don't know, but it came out reverse. And we got elite groups. So going back to that coven or cult energy again, or these organizations, or just people, teaming up together. And we got separation reverse. So refusing to walk away from these toxic people, toxic cycles, people who they know, like, the activities, the kind of things they was promoting and encouraging here. They knew that shit wasn't no good. They knew that shit was evil as fuck. They knew that shit was evil as fuck. But just because these people had so much clout, you know, so much money, so much material, so much luxurious things, right? Or it could even be like just their sexual energy, like, I don't know, like something very strong, a strong temptation or bondage here. Emperor status reverse. These fake ass fucking emperors. Daddy. So now I'm channeling the toxic polygamist that I had picked up. And we got silence as a weapon. Using silence as a weapon and not giving you, like, not providing any counsel or real resolution to conflict or disagreements or whatever, and intentionally trying to make people feel embarrassed, humiliated, or feel shame, like this is your punishment, like you're supposed to feel that, so you act better with me next time or some shit like that. Yeah, I'm channeling a toxic ass masculine who does this. Very toxic. Feeling you but ain't saying shit. Silence as a weapon. So that's what I'm getting to. Lurking on your social media and silence here, but doing shit, like sending you energy or stealing your shit. It says feeling you but ain't saying shit. Lurking and stealing. So fast for a breakthrough. Some of you guys are being encouraged to fast, eat less food at this time. This is going to help you combat the spiritual warfare here. They want your soul, because when you're drunken, or when you're drunken in spirit, that doesn't just represent alcohol. You know, it could be like food, like or being high or some shit like that, right? So this is talking about fasting, engaging in some form of fasting to help strengthen your psychic protection. It says the more you put in, the more it will grow. A person who ain't got shit to lose will help you lose everything. So be mindful about these individuals who only bring you like bullshit to talk about, to sit and chat about, talk about, or keep conjuring or reconjuring, reawakening shit that's old, that's in the past. That's something that you subconsciously have already like outgrown or evolved from, or you're in the process of doing that. And these people trying to keep you in bullshit, trying to keep you into or intrigued about the bullshit, right? So something that can help you release this energy as well is to write it down and burn it. The things that you no longer find useful for your energy, write it down and burn it. So a burning ritual. So it says seductive demons seduce with words, body to persuade. Once again, something about you being able to smell these people, or like detect these demons through smell, like their odor or something like that, their pheromones, something that they're emanating or radiating from their pores or just from their body. And it says mimicking your essence, want to replace you and be you. So this is why they want your soul as well. So somebody is literally trying to wear your identity or cloak your identity here, trying to be you or some shit like that. Subconscious thoughts, habits, and healing. And this is saying to go more tribal, ignite your tribal roots. So that root card that came out, right? Returning to source, right? This is what's going to help you fasting your protection as well, or just, this purging here that's happening, this transformation, this rebirth, this renewal, this regeneration. It says you are highly spiritually ranked. Oh, you are set apart because you are highly spiritually ranked. It gets cold in the shade. People always gravitate toward the sun. So somebody needs to know that. To remain in your sunny light energy, that sunshine light energy, right, that you have, that effect that you have upon people when you enter a room here. It says it was an angel, you're an angel, or you are angelic here, or something about a meeting or an encounter you just had, you recently have, or you will have in the near future here. You need to know that this person is an angel here. This person may deliver a message here about you being spiritually ranked, or some type of evidence or some confirmation regarding your spiritual rank here and why you're set apart. And then it says stop giving second chances. So that's why we had the chances card come out reverse. Clear intellect, clear thinking. So fasting will also help you to be able to be more level-headed and to think more clearly too. It says challenging your confidence. Earth is purging, and so are you. Solution-based. So this is talking about developing a solution-based mind here, or entertaining these kind of individuals. And we got sue their ass, but it came out reverse. So you could be wondering if you should sue somebody. And we got look at me now. Look at me now. Whoa. Or this could talk about somebody trying to sue you falsely, and that not working out. These people could be having dreams or visions or nightmares of you, of your upcoming or your incoming abundance here, prosperity. It says reignite utilization of runes. You have the ability to communicate with the dead. And then it says can't get right. Can't get right. These individuals can't get right. It sounds crazy, but it's true. So something about you just being able to decipher what's real from what's an illusion here, especially surrounding the Most High or Yeshua. They'll defend white Jesus before they protect you, or just defending those people who really are a genuine tribe, or people who are genuinely compassionate and care about you, who have good intentions toward you, earns you more blessings. Oh, appreciation and gratitude earns you more blessings and miracles. So maintaining this energy here, your focus, being focused on gratitude here, and releasing the savior complex to retain your youthfulness. It says, how old is your perception here? So youthfulness. Not letting these people stress you and have you looking older than you need to be. All right, so this is going to be happening. This energy is backfiring on them, while you're looking more youthful because you're salvaging your energy, right? You're salvaging your energy. Yeah, this says neglecting friends, self-hate, low self-esteem magic. Clarify neglecting friends. So we got shyness, coming out of your shell. Shyness, but this was reversed here. This was reversed. So something about an energy here wanting you to just stay hidden away here. Neglect friends or friendship, or being open to friendship. Don't want you to come out of your shell. It says mysterious are the Godheads. Mysterious are the Godheads. From rags to quality robes, an upgrade is occurring at this time. It says study to show thyself approved by God. So you will be led to look deeper into some things, or having some more knowledge revealed to you, or just learning deeper shit about stuff you already know, right? So more puzzle pieces being added to things that you already have an awareness of, or so like a deepening of knowledge, a deepening of wisdom, a deepening of state of being, right? Of presence. It says you will have a baby soon. So all this too, this rebalancing yourself or returning to grace, this is also to help create a healthy environment, in order to carry a starseed, a divine child here, right? So developing a healthy emotional environment, like the womb space. So this is why we have to, we being encouraged to return to grace and meditation and oneness and grace, and not to be thrown everywhere by our thoughts here or emotional memory. Because there's a certain level of calmness that you will want to have, when you're going through labor or your body is developing a child, right? Because it can impact it. So it says, castle, it's time for healing, not war. Even though there could be, the chaos and all this stuff going on around you, or faulty foundations being destroyed, rightfully so. Right? This rebirth, this Pluto energy. We got lavender. All you need to focus on right now is surrounding yourself with love. Surrounding yourself with love. Healing should be a loving experience as well, right? It says thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. So the numbers that came out was 30, 19, and 14. If anybody want to look into that. We got come home into yourself. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. Take yourself out on a date. I'm just getting a lot of like peaceful, graceful vibes here. Virtuosity. And bitch fire, standing up for yourself. Standing up for what you deserve, for what you want. It says balance work and play. Any more messages concerning this? And then we got shark, swim away from the situation. People who are, what's the word? From predators, people who are preying on you, preying on your energy or whatever. Just swim away from the situation, right? You don't have to get caught into that trap or that black hole, right? That sunken place with these individuals. Yeah, escapists. I will always provide you an escape, right? In a way, or visions or wisdom or knowledge or perception to rewrite the story even better, right? Evil queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. And then it says unplug and relax for a spell. Self-love or a grounding spell, whether that's yoga or whatever the case may be. Is many forms, many ways you can do that. And these cards is literally 2 and 3. So it's evil queen first. You deserve sugar, not salt. So when people are trying to give you salt instead of sugar, especially when you're being sweet and kind to them, right? So that number 5757 about kindness, right? It says unplug and relax for a spell. So don't plug yourself into their portal. Don't plug yourself into them. Because this is how you become drained. This is how you become, things get glitchy, or that gravitational pull we talked about that everybody's energetic field have. Even though I'm sitting right here, my energetic field, is large. It's pretty big, right? It's pretty big. So we have to think about that whenever we're passing people or we're interacting, engaging with people, right? There's a gravitational pull. We're reflections of nature. We're reflections of space. We're reflections of the planets. We're reflections of the universe in general. So this is also talking about this, how the planets are designed, right? That's how we are as individuals with our energies. All right, justice is coming. About these things hidden away in the closet. I'm hearing Eminem. I said, I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry. But tonight, I'm cleaning out my closet. So definitely these toxic mothers being exposed. Dragons, slay them all of them. Every last one of them. Every last one of these basic ass witches being exposed. Because they forgot to practice self-love instead of doing magic on other motherfuckers to control things. Period. They didn't want to use their magic. They didn't want to use their magic to affirm themselves, do, mirror affirmations, to paint the sun back into their sky here. No, instead they wanted to go and create darkness in these other individuals' lives. Look, a lack of self-love, lack of forgiving, not forgiving themselves, or just a lack of forgiveness, holding on to grudges here. And making this their voyage instead. This is what they want to make their journey or base their journey on. You already have all the answers. And then it says, spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. How's that for a happily ever after? Phoenix. Endings are inevitable. And every hurricane, every harsh cycle comes to an end. And at the end, you got the energy of the 44. Literally, there's a world of abundance, a world of love that awaits you after moving away from these storms here, allowing it to be so, allowing these things to pass, right? Letting it go. Letting it go, not fighting against it. It's your girl, the Authentic Empress. I love you guys. I hope you was able to get some clarity from this, and I'll see you next time.